Alright y'all, welcome back to Rome Reviews. I'm Rome, and this is the Oppo Find N5. It finally came. Oh my goodness. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump right in. So, set it over to the side. Of course, this is the crazy thin foldable right here. Oh, look at that. I'm going to unwrap it in just a second. I like doing unboxings of imported phones because they give you so much more than just a phone. So we got the charging brick in here. All right, that's an 80-watt charging brick. Nice. Set that over here. All right, another box right here. Let's see what's in here. Okay, look at that. All right, so let's see. Let's take everything out. USB A to USB C. Nice. And paperwork, of course, SIM tool. All right, let's put that back in that box. And here is the case that comes with the phone. Nice. Oh, it has that faux leather texture to the back of it. So nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. And it has the hinge cover on it. All right. Oh, man, I've been waiting on this for so long. Okay, nothing else in here. So let's stuff everything back. And I'll deal with that later. Let's get to this phone. I've been waiting on this phone for so long. Alright, so let's put those off to the side. Let's bring this bad boy back over. Alright. I can tell you what so many other people have said. This phone feels insanely thin. I have my Pixel 9 Pro Fold around here somewhere, and we can compare it to that. I also have my Vivo X3 Fold somewhere, so we can compare it to that real quick. Actually, let me grab those and we'll jump right into that comparison. 1 second. Alright, so here's my Vivo. Let me take that little back cover off of it. Alright, and that was already thin, but how does this feel crazy thin in comparison? That's crazy. Look at that. Alright, so that's that one. And here's the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Let me take this cover off. I put clear cases on all of my phones, so forgive me guys as I have to take these off. Alright, so let's put all three of those. Look at that. That's crazy. And you could tell like the Oppo is taller and almost as wide as the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Now it's the same height as the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro, but it's almost as wide as the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, which is crazy. So this one is going to be the full regular aspect ratio of an actual phone, like a actual pro model phone, which is actually crazy in the foldable, because I've always been looking for that aspect ratio for where it's closed, you actually get that full-on experience of a regular phone. But anyway, I'm talking crazy. Let's go ahead and power this thing up. And we're going to do the initial setup. And, oh, I may not have any juice. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. There it is. All right, so I'm going to do the initial setup and everything. This is my first Oppo device. I just got my first OnePlus device in, and it's a regular phone, the 13R. But this is my first Oppo device. Look at that. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go in and wipe this phone, because what I ordered this from Giztop, and what they typically do with foreign phones is they open them up, set them up, and they install the Play Store for you, so you don't have to worry about that. You just jump in and use your phone. But what I like to do is go in and set my phones up myself, so I can just learn about them from beginning to end. So that is nice. And I got the number 1 on the settings. So that's probably agree and continue, because I'm going to just go back through this stuff and do it again. You got AI, you got a system update. I knew it had an update. No network connection. So 1 second. All right, we're back. And I have Wi-Fi now, so what we're going to do is do this one more time. Yep, software version, checking for an update. And this is Color OS. This is my first time interacting with Color OS, so this is neat. This phone feels crazy. Now I know. So here's gonna be the thing with this. I've always said that the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro has the best cameras on a folding device, and I've had a few. I had the Z Fold 6. I got the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, which I actually really enjoy the photos that come out of that fold. But this one is still my favorite, and I think that's gonna stay the case. Oh, that's a 1.15 gig update. Oh, so that's going to be something I'm going to have to dig into a little bit as I familiarize myself with this OS. But let's go ahead and turn that off and look at I. You can barely see the hinge on this thing. Now I know that's going to change as I open and close it and open and close it over there. But let's go ahead and knock out that first fold. Oh, look at that. Oh, this screen is insane. Let's do this. Turn the brightness all the way up. Turn off auto. I'm gonna do that later because, like I said, I'm gonna wipe this thing. But look at that. The first look at the Oppo Find N5. Nice. Look at that. Live. Look at that. Oh, it opens up so smooth. Okay. Oh, I am impressed already. This screen is insane. This screen is insane. Oh, let's fold that. Look at that. Nice. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and set the phone up and use it for a little while. I'm gonna pop my SIM card into it and test and see which SIM card works with it. So just for you guys out there, I get a lot of comments on does this phone work in the US? Does this particular phone work in the US? And so what I did was I have AT&T and I have US Mobile, but I have what US Mobile calls Lightspeed, which uses T-Mobile towers. And in most cases, both SIM cards have worked on these phones, but I've had a couple of phones where AT&T will only get 4G, but across the board, T-Mobile gets 5G. So if you want to go the safe route, T-Mobile would be the route to go. Or you could use US Mobile and sign up for their Lightspeed plan, and it'll give you the T-Mobile towers and the T-Mobile bands. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go play with this, and I'll be back with more videos to come. More videos to come, people. So appreciate you tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.